Alright, so we're going to talk about the devil a little bit in this video. This is not devil worship, but in a sense, I will worship the devil because he's an angel of God. I will worship anything of divinity and that respects order.
He's a dark angel.
He's a dark angel. Now, he is the demon king, and he dwells amongst the demons, but he reports to God always the bad. When somebody goes wicked, being pure evil and being pure righteousness, when you're pure, doesn't mean that means you're knowledgeable and you're composed of that substance. It doesn't mean that you are necessarily evil or wicked. He's not. He comes from the right side of God. That means he comes from the oldest states of matter, which they were like black people like to associate this with dark matter or like dark plasma, whatever they want to call it. That's not just a black person thing. It's in white people too. Trust me and believe it. It's in white people too. It's in Mexican people. It's in Asian people too. It's in everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's in everybody. It's not a melanin thing. It's not. It's not. Because if that was the case, it'd be just like in Blade, vampires walking out in the sun getting fried. That don't happen to white people. White people don't go out in the sun and combust. So let's just stop the hysterical shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just crazy. But now, the devil, let's see. That would be like your sword. The devil would be like your sword. But like, you can't draw your sword. The devil don't draw his sword unless the sword is drawn on him. You see what I'm saying? That's when you retaliate. They say, oh, he fell with his angels. But why are his fallen angels trying to rise up in the end times to destroy? They didn't say they was going to destroy the universe. They just said they was going to destroy the earth. The earth can't be destroyed, but so it's going to be rejuvenated in a sense. It's going to be recycled. Energy can't be created or destroyed. The earth is an organism. You know what I'm saying? As long as there's water on this land, life will just come out of the ocean. That's why you have the ocean is so fucking deep for a reason. There's shit going on down there. There's radiation up under that water that produces life.
The ocean goes on and on. There's so much life underwater that you cannot imagine. It's dark places underwater that you cannot imagine.
It's dark places underwater that you cannot imagine.
And there's no telling what's there and what's to be found.
No telling. So to be wise is to know that you do not know everything, but you are in the right place to be wise. And you move right. You move the right way. You know what I'm saying? You move on a path of divinity. You move on the path with God. You know what I'm saying? And then your scripture does say, ye are gods. Yeah, we are. You know what I'm saying? But everybody don't operate God-like.
And another thing is, there's no telling what's on this planet. No telling. You just see people, but you don't know what they are. I mean, you know they're people, but who said that they are people? You don't know.
Exactly.
The world's a big place. The universe is a big place. So you don't know what could have teleported here or anything.
Yeah. Portals do exist. Opening up portals do exist. Stargates do exist. All this do exist.
The world is real big. It's a lot of crazy stuff that happens in the world.
And yep, the world is really big. In the world, there's many worlds. That's why you have your universe. There's many worlds. Now, the Almighty will not necessarily just let anyone just go to any planet. Some of these planets, these beings are so divine. There's so much radiation coming off their body that you could combust just from being around them. You can disintegrate because of their radiation. If your heart and your mind is not in the right place.
I feel like every planet there's life. They're just not telling us. It's life on every planet that has that has when you that has adapted to that planet.
Yeah.
no matter where. It's life. Those planets is there. There's no planet just sitting out there.
There isn't.
So I don't know about y'all, but I feel like it's life on every planet. Even the moon is life.
There is. The moon is an organism. When you see rocks, just because you see a rock is an organism. It's cooled down radiation, you know what I'm saying, in a sense. Because it was on fire at first. It was radiation. It is cooled down radiation. That's why they have stones and crystals. They say your crystals give off certain vibrations. That's radiation. Radiation, vibration, it sounds the same. Now, the devil will be your form of authority that you just hate. You just hate the wrath of God. You know what I'm saying? You just hate the wrath. Me, I've learned to adore the wrath of God because I've paid my karmic debts, but I know I'm still in danger of karma in the future if I don't operate right. I can be cursed. Easily. So this stuff right here, this stuff has to be discussed. This is not a black and white matter. This is not a black and Mexican matter. This is not black and Hispanic, Asian, whatever you want to be, whatever you are. This is not that. This is ignorance, knowledge, in God. That's what it is. Ignorance, knowledge, and God. Not good and evil. Ignorance, knowledge, and God. Ignorance can lead you to do some wicked things because your mind is not right, so you will become wicked. You don't know enough. You're not trying to know enough. Ignorant people are not trying to know because once you know, you become responsible for some shit. You know what I'm saying? You become responsible for a lot of shit. And it takes real men, real women to stand up and own up to their responsibilities. Like, and if you don't, I mean, you experience your own, some people can physically force their ways into a paradise. You know what I'm saying? Some people can, that's what the whole Noah's Ark movie and stuff like that, him physically forcing himself into paradise. But it didn't go so well for him in the end. You know what I'm saying? That's what they talk about the end of the world. When people physically force themselves into paradise. It's not the end for everybody that already belongs in paradise. It's not paradise. Paradise is paradise. That's an expression or a place that exists that will always exist. Paradise. That's not a certain location. You know what I'm saying? Even though you can go and travel and experience certain location that will resemble paradise, but you still got to go back to work. You're not in paradise yet. This is what they talk about heaven. You can be in a heavenly state on earth. Trust me. With work, with all of that going on. Like, who wants to just sit around all day? You know what I'm saying? So you want to do some type of work. Even if you're not working.